Alright, in this video we're going to look at how we can express quantities as percentages. So it's the exact same idea as the previous video, but we might need to convert some units first, because we can't have a percentage or express a particular fraction while using two different units. So let's start with A. So we have 75 cents as a percentage of $5. So out of $5, $5 in cents is going to be 500 cents. So now express this as a fraction, and we can write this as a percentage as well. So out of 100% over 1. Now what we have to do here is cancel down and ultimately find some common factors. So we will know that the highest common factor between 75 and 500 is going to be 25. So if I divide the top by 25, I will get 3, and the bottom by 25, I will get 20. Now again, we're going to look for some common factors diagonally. We know 20 is a factor of 100, so if I divide the 20 by 20, I get 1, and the 100 by 20, I will get 5. And so this has been simplified to 3 over 1 multiplied by 5% over 1. Again, that's just 3 times 5, which is going to be 15%. Okay, let's look at B. We have 2 kilometers as a percentage of 4 kilometers. 4 kilometers. Because the units are the same, we don't have to worry about any conversions, and we can do 2 over 4 times 100% over 1. Now this simplifies down by dividing the top and bottom both by 2 to 1 over 2. So we just have to do 100%, 1 over 2 times 100% over 1, which is the same as 100% divided by 2, which is just 50%. Alright, let's look at C. So for C, we have 300 mils as a percentage of 1.5 liters. Now 1.5 liters is going to be 1500 mils. So this becomes 300 divided by 1500 times 100% over 1. Okay, so let's start off by making this fraction as simple as possible. If I divide the top and the bottom by 300, I'll get 300 divided by 300, just 1, and 1500 divided by 300 is going to be equal to 5. So I'm left with 1 over 5 times 100 over 1. Now again, I can simplify this diagonally as well. I can divide both by 5, so 5 divided by 5 will be 1, and 100 divided by 5 is going to be 20. So this becomes 1 over 1, which is just 1, multiplied by 20% over 1, which is just 1 times 20%, which is just 20%. Again, you can use your calculator for this, which I will just demonstrate. So you still have to convert the units, but if you do 300 divided by 1500 and you hit execute, you will get the simplified fraction, or the fraction in its simplest terms, and then you'll get its decimal value, which is 0.2. So if we do 0.2 multiply it by 100, and then we add on the percentage symbol, we will get our percentage. So decimal conversion is just multiply by 100 and add that percentage symbol. Okay, here's a few for you to practice, so just give the video a pause, give them a go, and then I'll solve them. Okay, let's get started. So for D, we have 160 centimeters as a percentage of 2 meters, which is actually 200 centimeters. And then we have 160 divided by 200. And an easy way to do this would just be to convert this to a fraction out of 100. So to go from here to here, I've divided by 100, and that means divided by 2 rather, and I have to do the same to the top. So 160 divided by 2 is going to be 80, and 80 out of 100 is the definition of 80%. If I look at E, we have 800 grams out of 2 kilograms, which is going to be 2,000 grams. So it's 800 out of 2,000. Right. Again, you can use the same trick as before, but we're going to do some cancelling here. So I'm going to multiply this by 100% over 1. Alright, firstly, to simplify this really quickly, we can divide it by 100. So if I divide the bottom by 100, I will get 20, and if I divide the top by 100, I will get 8. Again, we can divide this by 2 again, or divide it by 4. So we can still simplify this particular fraction as many times as you want until they have no common factors. So if I divide the top by 4, I will get 2, and the bottom by 4, and I will get 5. Again, let's look and see if we can simplify this diagonally. So if I divide the bottom by 5, I'll get 1, and the top by 5, I will get 20. So I've left with 2 over 1 multiplied by 20% over 1, which is just 2 times 20%, which is just 40%. So it's quite easy to do that. Just remember when you are doing your cancellations to try and look for the stuff we did in part D, because it will make life a lot easier. Alright, if I look at F, I've got 20 minutes out of 2 hours, which is 60 minutes times 2, which just equals 20 out of 120. Right, again, let's do some cancellations. So, a common factor between both of these is going to be 20, so if I divide the top by 20, I will get 1, and divide the bottom by 20, I will get 6. Now, we've got, as an answer, 1 over 6 multiplied by 100% over 6, and you can do the long division if you would like, and that is going to be equal to, we'll put the 6 into 100, and then 6 into 100 will go 16 times, and then there'll be a remainder of 4, and then 6 into 40 will go 6 times, and then there'll be a remainder of 4, and it will go 6 times, and so on and so forth. So we're just going to keep it like that. I'm going to express this ultimately as a decimal rounded to 2 decimal places, so this is going to be equal to 16.67%. Now, when you have something like this where it doesn't evenly come out to an exact percentage, this is a great time to use your calculator. So if we bring up our calculator, we can do this exact problem again. Alright, so let's do 100 divided by 6. So in its simplest form, the fraction becomes 50 over 3, and that's fine, but you can see its decimal form here, 16.66666. So the reality is that all I have to do in order to express this as a percentage, it's a little bit different than what we did before, because I've already multiplied this by 100. So one area of a common error is if I've already multiplied by 100%, I don't have to multiply by 100 again. I just have to add on the percentage symbol to the decimal value. But if you were to start the question again and just do 20 divided by 120, you would get the decimal value of 0.166666, and these two squiggly lines here mean approximately equal to. And then in this case, you would have to multiply by 100 and then add the percentage on. So it's going to be 16.6 repeating percent, or you can just express it as 16.67% to 2 decimal places.